It is the first Decan of Cancer. It is June 21st, 2024. Yesterday was probably the official uh, summer solstice, first day of summer solstice. Uh, but today is the first degrees of Cancer. Okay. Now, I was born in on July 11th. It's a date that I try to keep secret because it's just I don't want people to make a big fuss out of my birthday. I'm obviously most Cancerians. Ask any Cancerian. Uh, they don't like a big fuss made over them. They're not sensitive. Cancers aren't sensitive to things like that. We're not insecure and just secretly delight to be fawned over on their birthday. So I keep my birthday July 11th pretty much a secret. Just let it pass every year without telling everybody that July 11th is my birthday. Uh, so that being said, uh, there are small card tarot cards, okay, that are assigned to all 36 decans of the Zodiac. And so not only do you have a tarot trump that's your birthday card, July 11th, as an example, my birthday, um, is in Cancer, the sign of Cancer. And there is a tarot trump card that's assigned to Cancer. I'm not telling this to people that you already know this stuff. But anyway, it's a Chariot card, and the charioteer holds that Holy Grail. We talked about it, I think, 2 days ago. Chariot crosses the abyss, is the delivery man of the blood of the saints to the great mother, Bina. Great guy, great path, great card. And so we've got that birthday card. Okay, we've also got a court card that 12 of the 16 court cards are assigned to 30-degree periods too, but they're not 30-degree periods like Zodiac periods. Rather, they go from 20 degrees of one sign to 20 degrees of another to begin that elemental mix, stirring up the elemental soup. So there's a lot of Cancer involved in the court card assigned to my birthday, July 11th. And that's the Queen of Cups. So we've got the Cancer card, okay, for the Chariot. I've got the Queen of Cups. And there's a small card involved also. So all of us, even people who weren't born like me on July 11th, have three very important cards, tarot cards, that represent our birthday. In my case, July 11th. And it's kind of easy to remember once you sort of figure out the method to the madness, that all the twos and the threes and the fours represent the cardinal signs of the Zodiac. Okay, Those are and I explained before, there's cardinal, fixed, and mutable signs. And the cardinal signs are the first delightful impulse of the grand entrance of the element. So cardinal fire would be the here I am, I'm fire in Aries. Okay, so the cardinal signs of the zodiac by suit and by element would be Aries for fire, Cancer for water, which includes July 11th, my birthday, and then Libra for air, and then Capricorn for earth. Those are the cardinal signs of the zodiac and the four kinds: fire, water, air, and earth. So all of the cardinal signs, so the 2, 3, 4 of wands would be the first 3 degrees of Aries. So 2, 3, 4 of wands, first 30 degrees of Aries. And the 2, 3, 4 of cups would be Cancer. 2, 3, 4 of cups is Cancer. 2, 3, 4 of swords would be Libra. 2, 3, 4 of discs would be Capricorn. It's kind of easy to keep it in mind. All the 5, 6, 7s would be the mutable sign. The fixed signs. So it's just firmly established. The fixed sign of fire would be Leo. Okay, so the cardinal fire would be, hi, I'm fire. And but fixed fire would be, I'm solidly a Leo. Okay, I ain't moving. I'm right in the middle of the series. Okay, it defines it. Okay, you're not sure about fire, except he makes a flashy entrance in Aries, but you're pretty solidly secure in the knowledge of what fire is in Leo. Do you get where I'm going? So I can't take too much time this morning. I've got an interview here in just a minute. That's why I'm sort of set up like this. So, using my birthday, July 11th, as an example, first of all, here's the 2, the 3, and how many times can you screw up picking up 3 freaking cards? 4 of cups. Now, the 2 of cups, which is the time period we're in right now. That's the only reason I brought this up, and I'm enmeshed in this digression here, is because this is today, and it goes through July 1st. And it's love. Cardinal love. That's first 10 degrees. Now, in that 10-degree whole period, there is assigned Goetic spirits that live in the apartment house of this Decan. Okay, and there's one for day, Buer, and one for night. Okay, now you see other names up on top. The first 5-degree period, or the first half of this period, is also assigned to one of the angels of the Shem ha-Mephorash. And here it's sort of spelled phonetically, but and it looks like E-I-A-E-L. And this one looks like H-A-B-U-I-A-H. All of them end either in E-L or A-H. And actually the E is an A and all sorts of Hebrew stuff. So that's the first 5 degrees of this period right there, that guy. And this guy here is the second 5 degrees. So the rule of thumb, the Goetic is the whole decan in, or the whole period, okay, first 10 degrees, day and night, but the angels of the Shem-Ha-Mephorash are first 5 degrees, second 5 degrees. Now the 3 which actually starts on July 2nd and goes right up to my birthday. I was born very early in the day, in the morning. So I just squeezed in. That's my birthday card right there. Abundance. Okay. Now, and the last card in the decan is, or the last decan of the thing is the 4 of Cups. Blended pleasure. Crowley calls it luxury. Now, so what? Ultimately, perhaps, it's while we were thinking about that, we weren't getting into terrible mischief or doing some kind of atrocity of some kind. So obviously the exercise was productive good for the entire mankind. But there's 2 things that I want to talk about just briefly with those 2 sets of spirits that live in those decans. Now, you can say it's arbitrary how you would assign even fictitious spiritual characters to any number of ways you could divide up the entire zodiac. And I'm not saying that's not what it originally came to. But it has become established in Kabbalistic quarters that this is how various complex anal retentive exercises have, over the centuries, more or less conspired to assign these time periods to spiritual characters. And just like every Mason will tell you, when you walk into a Masonic lodge room, especially the old ones, you immediately, it's like walking into Mason Jello. Okay, there's an atmosphere. There is what they call an egregore. And all these traditional spirits you could look at in a very cold-blooded way. You could look at it, okay, these are characters of an existing functional, workable egregore. So the angels of the Shem-Ha-Mephorash, just briefly, what time do we got? Oh God, I'm sorry, I'm running so late. Angels of the Shem-Ha-Mephorash are based on scripture. Okay. Now there's 3 consecutive verses in Exodus. The "Behold your mighty hand" dramatic descriptions of a big Moses miracle is in those 3 3 consecutive verses, and each of them have 72 Hebrew letters that in the verse. And so they snake the letters. The top one, they read normally from right to left, and but the second line they read from left to right, and the third line they again snake it around and read it from right to left, and then they put them into columns of 3. And I'm looking at the yellow ones right now, and then they assign a suffix to the end of it. And that's that first white line that's under the red one, a suffix of AL for a God of justice, or AH for a God of mercy, or yeah. And that's the 72-part name of God. And the AL at the end, or the AH at the end, turns that section of God, that 3-letter name of God, into a 5-letter angel that is the butler, the henchman, the bagman for that particular aspect of deity. Am I making any sense at all? In the Enochian system, the 2, the 3, and the 4 are all represented on the big grand cross of, let's see, I'll do it this way. So, of each of the elemental tablets. Not only on each of the elemental tablets, this would be it in a conspicuous place right at the top, those 3 squares, right at the top of the vertical grand cross on the tablet of water. Okay, because it's cardinal water. Now, there's planets assigned to it, and I'm not going to open up that can of worms, but they go down the Tree of Life order. Now, this same series, these same 3 cards, these same 3 squares appear on the other 3 elemental tablets too, but they don't appear in the exalted position that they do when they appear on the water. In other words, the rulership of that particular element determines where these guys stand in line on the other elemental tablets. Okay, they sort of slide up and down depending on. So the 2, 3, 4 of wands or fire would be in the topmost position on the fire tablet, etc. Okay. I didn't really mean to open up this can of worms today. What I wanted to do was to talk just briefly. How can I, in a practical way, acknowledge and give thanks to, invoke the energy of, lubricate myself with the universal power represented by the angels of today? How can I at least tip my hat and say, hey, it's the 21st of June. It's the summer solstice. I'd like to at least thank somebody and tell them I enjoy being part of the universe just like them that they represent. So the angels of the Shem ha-Mephorash, those names, okay, those names that are created by that whole thing I tried to explain in that chart, are assigned a characteristic that's found in Hebrew scripture. There are 71. Nothing ever works out perfect. There's 71 places in Psalms, the beautiful book of Psalms. Psalms is so cool, it can't be restricted to one religion, okay? Just like the Tao Te Ching. Nobody corners the market on the Tao Te Ching. No one corners the market on Psalms. And if they do, you can poke them in the eye. There are 71 places where the name Yod He Vav He is used as the name of God. 71 portions in Psalms. And the first place Yod He Vav He is used is in those verses of Exodus that go into making the Shem ha-Mephorash. So the ancient Kabbalists assigned characteristics and duties for each of those angels. So if the angel of the first decan, first 5 degrees of the 2 of cups, is the angel that's spelled A-I-A-E-L. I-E-I-L. Cancer, first 5 degrees. And it's assigned the meaning or the name, delights of the sons of men. And it comes from Psalm 37:4. Delight in God, or tetragrammaton. Delight in God, and he shall give thee the desire of thy heart. If I got that in a fortune cookie, I would say I'm a lucky guy today. So this is the 2 of cups, first 10 degrees of Cancer. Delight in God, and he shall give thee the desire of thy heart. And all of that is expressed in the angel name Aiel. That's today. If today's your birthday, or today, tomorrow, and part of the next day, that's your guy. Second 10 degrees are ha-Be-Oyaye. I don't know how to pronounce it, because in Hebrew, sometimes CH is pronounced H, ha, like Hanukkah is spelled chet, not, okay, whatever. But his meaning is the most liberal giver. And it comes from Psalms. Oh, give thanks unto God, for he is good, and his mercy endureth forever. Now, if you use this, nothing but a positive thought for the day, you'd be latching on to that energy. You'd be latching on to that force. You'd be latching on to that egregore. And it couldn't hurt. Okay, and it goes on. And you can find this this information most anywhere. Pat Zaleski did a wonderful job in his book, The Kabbalah of the Golden Dawn. Okay, the Kabbalah of the Golden, I don't know if it's still in print. Pat Zaleski's great Hermetic Kabbalist, great Golden Dawn expert. But you can find it. You Google it. I'm just getting ready for today's class. I just Googled it and then cross-referenced with the information I've got in my Tarot of Ceremonial Magic, where all of that information is also contained. Anyway, I gotta stop, okay? Because I gotta stop because I got an interview coming up. I gotta look just as fresh and beautiful as I am now. So, but of course, everyone whose birthday is July 11th should feel blessed. Or actually, you should feel blessed if you were born on any day of the year. That's it for today. Continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.